Now, I would love to get to my team. Finally, we get to watch the Detroit Lions win their first playoff game. Hold on. Let me set this back up real quick. All right. So we finally get to watch the Detroit Lions win their first playoff game in 32 years. And you know what's better than that? The fashion that they ended the game. All right, before I talk about the ending of the game, let me tell y'all some takeaways. Now, I'm going to tell y'all this. I'm going to be objective because I like to be objective. I did not like how we did not stop Matt Stafford. The guy named Nakua was having a day on us like they was, just like Dallas was with CeeDee Lamb. Nakua was going crazy. So we got to learn to stop these receivers on these short routes, man. You know, they were just eating us up. And Stafford, he was just having too much time to throw the football. So I definitely wanted to see more pressure on Stafford in that regard, right? Because I wasn't happy with all that time he had. So I don't know. So I just want to make sure that we don't give that up on the next game, whoever we play. But I was super excited to watch them win their first game. The way that they ended the game was so sweet. You know why it was so sweet? Because me and my brother was sitting here right here in the media room and was watching it. And he pointed out the same thing I was thinking. He was like, man, they only got one timeout. And it was like maybe like 4 minutes left in the game. And I was like, yeah, man, they only got one timeout, bro. And I think they only had one timeout since the beginning of the fourth. So when we got the ball back, did what we had to do. We got like 2 first downs. They used the timeout. It was like 1 minute and 30-something seconds left. And I was like, bro, we don't even need to. We just run the ball. But the genius Dan Campbell said, we got 3 downs, kneel it every time, win the game. No need to risk injury. No need to make a mistake. We're only up by 1 point.
Sensational.
And he kneels the ball those times, and we have our first victory win. It was so sweet. It was so sweet. So I was so happy to see it, man. And you know why I was happy to see it? And what I noticed was this. The storyline was more about Matt Stafford. It was about Matt Stafford coming into Detroit for the first time since we traded him. It was about Matt Stafford playing in Detroit. But they didn't mention Jared Goff being on the Los Angeles Rams team. They didn't care that he even took them to a Super Bowl. I don't know how we're forgetting that. They didn't talk about how Jared Goff was traded from that team after taking them to the Super Bowl and how he may have felt. The storyline was not about Matt Stafford. I mean, the storyline was not about Jared Goff. It was about Matt Stafford. And that's the part that I didn't like. I said, well, hold on. Jared Goff got drafted from the same team and traded from the same team as well. They wanted to show Matt Stafford coming in, hugging Calvin Johnson, him kissing his kids. And my wife was like, oh, she was like, well, that's fine. We should still like him. I said, no, this is business. He got traded. He won a championship. Okay, we did root for him when he won. Not now. It's our time now. But they didn't care about Jared Goff's story. But that's okay. We good. But that's just something I noticed. But the game was better than the Cowboys.
Sensational.
It was way better than the Cowboys. The Cowboys suck.
God damn it. You can't make this shit up.
The Cowboys suck. You heard it. I said it. Y'all Dallas Cowboys girls, y'all suck. That's what y'all get for trying to play us when we beat y'all on that 2-point conversion, and then you get embarrassed on national TV like y'all was some type of high school team trying to play in the pros. What's wrong with y'all? My Detroit Lions came out to play. Downtown was rocking. I love it, man. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. And I'm glad to see a new energy that we have. I'm glad to see Dan Campbell doing this thing, right? So that's it, man. That's my sports section. So let me go ahead and get into my intro and get into the rest of the show.